Okay, viewers, I'm going to start put stuff in a container now. Printer, I'll put it back away where it was. My soldering on and all my lights and glue gun with everything that was up there, and the spare extension leads all in there. So all my spares and the electrical important tools are in there. My torque spit set and my screw extractor sets in there. It's off that TV. My Hitachi goes with that TV in there. The speakers I put in there. Now the other speakers can go in there too. So these are the I'm yet to this one here. I better put a note on it because here it's got a nasty rattle. The casing, the front's once fallen off. When I have the base, the board here flexes and cracks and rattles. So I hold it like that really hard. It doesn't rattle with the base. It sounds quite nice. So I've got to fix that one. I'll put a note in that saying they're going to fix it. So I want to get them out of storage again one day. I remember which one it is that needs fixing. It's going to clamp it down and put some wood glue in there to support it all so it doesn't rattle again. The other meters in there. And I'll try and make analog meters in one spot separately for the electric ones. Because I want to have these so I can get access to them all the time. So in town I sort of could do it this new place. I probably could do what I want to do, but in terms of mic, rather than making lots of smoke, nah. The neighbours aren't going to like it and the council's probably going to shoot me. So yeah. I can't be too loud, I can't run my whistly squealer vacuum cleaner, things like that. There's no guarantee the house is going to have a good power circuit. It could be a pissy little domestic bloody circuit all the way around, even through the shed. I won't be able to pull much amps. It could all have 20 amp breakers max all the way through. So yeah, it'd be severely limited to what I can do. But the only thing I really could do was providing I got the space, is to do radio restos and TV repairs. I can still do all that, but the meters I'll still keep as well. But it's a good thing I've got my phantom loading equipment, so I can. That's not really an issue. I can load these things up to the max without pulling much power from the grid, so that's not a problem. Just when I want to make noise and smoke and fire, no, can't do it. Not in town. Those days are over, unfortunately. Anyway, yeah, I just want to clear this area here out a bit, just so I can get around these TVs and get to my valve radios and then test them out every now and again. You're supposed to give them a run for a bit after you've repaired them. Keeps the electrolytic capacitors in good nick. So I picked up this light that I threw away at work. Showing that I throw it in the bin, spare capacitor. Needs a bit of attention, but electronically it should still work okay. Another ballast. This is a parts light. It's a shame they cut the wires up. Those wires are a little bit good from the ZVS primary winding. Good holder. Goes in there. And that cover goes over the whole lot. It's I got hit with the load guard of a forklift. Yeah, typical. They stack products too high in the bins and they don't watch carefully, and the load guard of the forklift ends up taking the light off the roof. There's only these little screws holding it on. There's some there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when they're bolted into coil and panelling and this gets hit off the forklift, it just tears off quite easily. Doesn't take much. I think there's more there too when they've reattached it, because it has been slightly knocked off before. It's had the big rain we recently had. It's been sitting out in the big rain, but it doesn't matter, that will dry out. All the spare parts, I got some spare bolts. Some wire, silicone wiring. The earth wire has been baked. Yeah. Shame they can't do it. I've got a tower block from a ZVS, eh? Yeah, this one's a parts unit. But I got another 400 watt ballast. Sweet. Oh, the speakers are all put away. Everything's put away. Aha. Looks like the fan and no graphics card's gone bad again. I pulled a bearing of that fan out and filled it with 3-in-1 oil. It lasted all this time, now it's going croaky again. I might whack that 8800 GT in it because the 8800 GT rates better than the 9600 GT on the benchmark scores, so the only thing I lose is a HDMI plug in the back of it. Let's put the 8800 GT in this thing. I just won't have a HDMI plug, but I've got the adapters for that card anyway. That card does have all the HDMI capabilities. I just need the adapter, which I've got. Yeah. The low profile compact GPUs are never very good. They're shit. The best graphics cards are the big long ones with the PCI Express power on them and everything. Okay, it's 9:20. I set the clock. I only guessed that about an hour ago. I just put the battery in and guessed the time. I got it right. Spot on. Yep, the bloody fan's gone. Alright, let's put the 8800 GT in this thing. An older car, but it rates better. Stupid fan's gone bad. Yep, let's do the GPU upgrade, but to an older model that rates better. I wouldn't necessarily call it a downgrade. Bloody thing, cheap fans. Anyway, I've got that out of the way. I can get to the stuff I need to in here. All done. I've got to work on this radio still. My HFV nipper. Because it's all going good when I restored it. I'm going to get the resistor colour chart out and carefully check over the resistors. Because when I listen to a weak station, like 3NE, Wodonga, it'll work sometimes, and all of a sudden they will drop out and they won't pick it up anymore. It just seems to drop in and drop out. I've checked the mica, these don't have mica problems in the IF cans and those capacitors. So, Australian radios never had that mica issue in their IF cans. None of these do. I reckon it's got to be a resistor somewhere causing it to drop out like that. Because it would work, and as it warms up, the resistor must get warm. It breaks tracking or something somewhere in a tuning circuit, and I won't pick up the weak stations anymore. I need an antenna to get the best out of them, and I only just picks it up with an antenna. But normally, from cold, it'll run for a couple of minutes with an antenna really good, and I'll pick up weak stations really well. But after a while, it just drops out. So I'll be checking the resistors. I probably should do that in all these anyway, just to make sure they are a little bit out, but I just want to triple check, make sure they're not too far out of tolerance. If they are too far out, I can start changing them. But they still work pretty damn well. The worst one, this STC down here, that wooden one, that one is really bad at weak stations. I reckon I'll have to change all the resistors in that one and do an alignment on them, I reckon. It does work very well. On local stations it performs very well, but for weak stations it should be a bit better than that, so I'm going to go over that one here as well. These two here are the main ones. I'm going to just get them up to their peak. I know they can be a little bit better than what they are now. Anyway, yeah, see that. I've got to sort of this stuff to pack. Got to pack all that stuff away too. Anyway, let's change the GPU on this thing. Yeah, look at the tiny little GPU on this thing. This thing's puny. It may have HDMI, which is what I prefer to have, because this thing has onboard sound and everything. But these sorts of form factor graphics cards are crap. They're not very good. These types are better. More power, see? They rate better too in benchmarking tests. This actually rated better than that. So, this will be going in it. Fan's never noisy. These sorts of graphics cards, from my experience, these sorts of fans on small form factor, I call these small form factor graphics cards, these fans always go noisy. Always. It's good only because it's got the HDMI port, but that's about it. If you try and really want to work this thing, it's not going to be very good. This actually rates and will work much better, even though it's an older card. I have to fish out some things for this now up in there to run some wires down. Hope there's enough length on this power supply loom. Let's see, I should have enough in there. I've got to dig it all the way up there to plug it in. Bit of a challenge here, but it'll fit. Only one PCI Express slot on this board. It's only got a 4 power connector. I thought it was an 8. For a mini Micro ATX board, it's a pretty damn good board. It's got that fancy heatsink on it, which is makes it fanless and more efficient. But yeah, I've got HDMI here on the motherboard anyway. It won't be as good, but it'll be just. It won't. Let's see. I'll give you the ability to plug it straight into a HD TV with sound and everything. That's about it. But yeah, the board's got it anyway. I can use the adapter to put the HDMI lead on this. I just won't have sound, but who cares? It'll probably go on that machine. I don't know if the motherboard's going to power it being a workstation board, but we'll see what happens. This thing's much better than that card. I really hate this stupid design of the case here. Very cheap. I have to stuff cardboard in it so these cards don't flop around. It's not bad now, but before they were just flimsy, they were just wobbly. They're good now though. Managed to find a PCI Express connector on the power supply built in. It was tucked up in there and zip tied from the factory, so I just took the tie off and it's all done. Yeah, cheap connector to figure things half a minute the socket. Cheap shit. Anyway, let's get the drivers all set up and do another benchmark test on it. Oh, that's better. 6.9 on the 8800 GT. Nice. That's not bad at all. Not bad. Not bad. That's the Windows one. That's pretty damn good. There's another way I do it, but from the online thing I checked, it rated pretty damn good, the 8800 GT. There's a little chart somewhere of benchmarks. I can't remember what it's called, but I think I bookmarked it. I can't remember. I don't think I have. No. But yeah, it rated pretty damn good, this card. There we go. I got a really good graphics card in this now. See, bigger, more beefier graphics cards are better. Now I got another good rig. Beautiful. NVIDIA, let's see what NVIDIA says. GeForce Experience. Of course, NVIDIA will say I can't optimize the games because it doesn't support old model graphics cards anymore. But that's just NVIDIA's way of telling you to buy a new card so they can make money out of you. But in reality, the card is more than capable of running pretty much nearly all video games today being released. This is even better than the 9600 GT I've got in the main rig in the office, the other computer, which I've got this board out of, put it in here. This 8800 GT rates better than that one, the 9600 GT, which is an XFX series card. Yeah, see, that's just NVIDIA's way of telling me to buy new graphics cards so they can make more money out of me. This card is more than capable of running really well. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching.